Intellectual stew. Intellectual stew with James Kirkland.
Powerful and provocative. Prophetic and practical.
Intellectual stew.
Informative and inspirational. How you gonna do better if you don't know what better looks like? I do.
Intellectual stew.
Come on, let's talk about it with me, the mind massager.
Intellectual stew with James.
Good, that way they can't see my shadows on my green screen. I don't have to worry about that. What's up? What it do? Time for another episode of the Intellectual Stew with yours truly, James Kirkland, and my good friend, panelist slash co-host, Miss Coy London. And Coy will be joining us on screen, hopefully, in a few minutes. But you come on in, have a seat, kick your shoes off. Don't put your feet on the coffee table. You're not at home, but I want you to be comfortable. Now you are at home because this is Stew Nation. So what's up? How has your week been so far? Well, the week just started. How was your weekend? I guess that's an even better question. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? Go ahead. If you're coming in, please, ma'am, please, sir, say hi, say hello. Let's go ahead and get this party started. If you're already listening, if you would, please, ma'am, please, sir, go ahead and share this thread. And if you share this thread, we can get some more people in the conversation. And once we get more people in the conversation, then we can get more opinions. We can get more ideas. Now, listen, if somebody just said, hello, sir, I don't see your name because you're on my business page. Facebook no longer supports podcasts like that through my business page, so I can't see your name. If you go to my personal page and you come on, you should be able to comment, and I will be able to see your name and acknowledge you and all of those things. So my personal page is on my name. It's a hint right on the screen. If you look at the screen, that's the correct spelling of my name. Trust me, I didn't spell it wrong. Teachers have been trying to misspell our name forever. And half our family spells it one way and the other half spells it another way. But if you're listening and you're on the Intellectual Stew page, go to the James Kirkland II page or go to the YouTube page, and I'll be able to see your name when you comment. But whoever it is, hello, sir, how are you? How are you? Go ahead and let's share this thread, and let's go ahead and get this conversation tonight. A lot of stuff going on in the news. Coy, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, cool. Coy is there, y'all. Everybody's coming in. Sing happy birthday to Coy right quick. Help me out. Happy birthday to you. Oh, how we do? No, black people go, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody. Sing happy birthday, happy birthday. I don't know. I'm off tonight. I'm tired. Okay, I've been at work all day. So y'all, I promise I've gone back to work after working. Like, how you doing, Lady Pearls? Good evening. I've gone back to work like after not working for like 5 years, right? And so my body is getting adjusted to having to be on a schedule every day. And I think I've probably done 40 hours. I still don't
Ooh.
see one time for the birthday chick. One time for the my bad. I don't know. Yeah, I am so square when it comes to knowing these names of these songs and all that kind of stuff and everything. So, but I can say happy birthday to. I did it. Coy, I know you don't
Hey.
celebrate your birthday. I know you don't. I know you celebrate your parents on your birthday. But what did you do for yourself on the day you were celebrating your parents on your birthday?
For myself, it was just another day.
What did you do?
You
Did you do?
know,
Did you do something?
I
What did you?
went. I took myself out to dinner. I
Okay.
did that
What
to a
else?
place in Cocoa Beach that I wanted to go to. Um, I had some friends invite me to the beach because I was catching up on my rest in bed. To be honest with you,
Okay.
it's yeah, it's not that serious for me. I like to
Right.
give thanks to my parents because I feel like I didn't do anything to be here. So it's their day. They became parents for the second pregnancy, third time, and I celebrate them. I don't know who came up with us celebrating ourselves for a day that we didn't put any work into.
I feel you. I feel you. But it is that. But this is yeah. Well, there's somebody came up with it. The day they were born. We celebrate the day of birth, like we celebrate. You don't celebrate any holiday, so it ain't whatever. It is what it is.
Right.
But I get it. I get it. And everybody tell you it's a new day, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing today. Somebody they said a time would come, Epicurean attitude, where people will eat, drink, and be merry because tomorrow we're gonna die anyway. So who cares, right? That's what they said a time would come like such. But I don't know. Are we living in those times? That's an interesting question. Those that are coming in, we kind of belaboring the time just a little bit before we jump on this first subject. Trying to give you a hey, there she is, girl. You scared me right then. I had to talk her into it, y'all. It's just gonna be coin out tonight, so it's gonna be fun. And listen, we're gonna open up the floor if there's hey Jackie, if we're talking about something or discussing something that you want to be a part of or you feel like you have an opinion on, shoot myself or shoot Coy a inbox so that way okay we going oh Lord jeez I might have to kick somebody out tonight, y'all. I'm telling y'all I got a preconceived notion already, I'm afraid. So if I pull out my foot and kick somebody, that'll be the first time tonight, so y'all be prepared for it, all right? Because I ain't dealing with no hold on, I forgot to pull it out. I ain't dealing with no bull. What's inbox me, Lady Pearls, if you know my if you see my name, inbox me the subject. Let me look at it first before you put it out here. And if you want me to touch on it, I'll do that. But inbox it to me right quick. But this is what I want to touch on first. Y'all tag somebody. Tag somebody. Let's get this conversation going. Yes, you. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Listen, y'all, I do say that sometimes. But if I hurt your feelings, I promise I didn't mean to. So, but they say I do that sometimes. And I don't even be intending to. So, but listen, everybody. Let's go. First thing that has been in the news. You're going to act right. Okay, good. First thing that has been in the news. And I want your opinion on this, actually, Terry. I want everybody's opinion on this. I want everybody's opinion on this. There's a thing that has been in the news about Deshaun Watson. Now, let me give you a little backstory on this. Deshaun Watson was, past tense, the quarterback of the Houston Texans. And when the Houston Texans, um, when they made some moves or they got rid of one of his better receivers and they didn't seem like they were trying to get better, then he demanded a trade. Okay. And so when he demanded a trade, all of a sudden, out of the woodworks comes all of these women saying that during the pandemic, he solicited them. You know, he would call up massage therapists and ask them, I guess, to meet him at hotels or whatever they did. However, I don't know where they met at, but whatever. And he would solicit them. I guess he was looking for a happy ending. Everybody know what a happy ending is. Do we have to ask Coy to teach us or tell us what a happy ending is? Does
That's
everybody
what I just
everybody
asked. What's a happy ending?
you was gonna ask that?
Hmm.
What you got some static. I don't know why you got some static tonight, Coy.
I don't
We
know
gotta
either
figure this
because I
out.
got my stuff in.
Okay, we
It
gotta
must be
figure this
these
out.
things.
Yes. Hold
Okay.
on, do it. Talk again.
It must be these pods.
Okay, it must be the pods. But yeah. But anyway, happy ending when he's leaves with man after the massage is over, she makes him smile a specific way because she's helped him relieve pressure in a certain area of his body. Okay. Sammy
Oh.
Smith says sex is the happy ending. In other words, he releases. That's a happy ending when he releases. And sometimes, and
Mm.
however she might induce that release. You know what I'm saying? He was soliciting at that time. Soliciting, they said he
Wow.
might have had the towel on and moved the towel, and then they were able to see his private parts, all these types of things, right? So anyway, before it's all said and done, Sammy, help me out if I'm wrong. Before it was all over, 26 women accused him of this. Now, nobody had ever said anything about it, any of this, prior
Until the
to
trade.
till the trade, till he asked for the trade. He wanted out of Houston. He wanted out of Houston. All of a sudden, these women start coming forth, right? And so, but here's the thing: one
Mm.
grand jury, not guilty. Two grand juries, not guilty. But the NFL has their own governing body. If you do something that goes against their code, then it used to be a time that the NFL would do it, but now they have an outside independent investigator who is a retired judge. I think that's important. Let's make that noteworthy. As a retired judge, she's the one. She also, that's another noteworthy thing, retired female judge. She's the one who, after looking at all the information that was gathered, she came up with the punishment. And the
Whoa, whoa,
punishment
whoa,
that
whoa. Wait.
okay, I
What you
said
mean the punishment? If you said he was found guilty, not
not
guilty,
guilty, not guilty. But
grand juries.
the NFL has their own rules as well, because if you do anything that damages the shield, anything that causes,
But he's not guilty, so how are you damaging the shield?
oh, because you got 26 women out here accused. I feel you, but I'm just telling you the story. I'm just a messenger right now. Okay, I'm just a messenger. So 26 women come out with these accusations. They have two grand juries, both of which say not guilty. NFL still has to do their thing. So he gets, in the meantime, he gets traded to the Cleveland what's the name, Cleveland Browns.
Browns.
When he gets traded to the Cleveland Browns, he gets a $239 million contract. Knowing that he's going to get suspended, they only pay him $1 million the first year, not paying him the bulk of it, because they don't want to make him lose his money, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, at the end of the day, today they finally gave his punishment. And guess what his punishment was? 6 games.
Hold on. Slow down. So the judge that they have for the NFL, you saying?
She's an independent investigator. Yeah, she works in
Okay, so there.
she works in conjunction with the NFL. She don't work for the NFL. She's an independent
Okay,
investigator.
so with her being the investigator, she decides whether or not someone is guilty. Is what you're saying?
No, she decides the punishment. It was already going to be a punishment regardless. It was going to be
So it's gonna be
because
a punishment even if he's not guilty.
we moved past that now, Corey. You still on that? We done with that one.
I'm
Trust me, we done with
confused.
it. Ain't no use in being confused because just accept it. You play cards before?
So yeah,
Have you
so
played cards before?
if you get in trouble or it's something going on with you and you're in the NFL or whatever,
Yeah. If
and
you
they
if you
find
get
you not guilty, even if they find you guilty, not guilty, or whatever, it doesn't even matter.
no,
The league is going to issue a punishment.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. All right. So
Mm,
now we passed that one.
mm,
I know it's hard to concede, but you just got to accept it. Okay. I mean, it
mm.
just is. So they come with the punishment today. Some people prior to were saying that he should be suspended for a year. They say he's okay. Mark's here tonight. Let's get Mark in this conversation.
This was before the trial or after the trial?
After, and it has not been a trial. What's up, Mark?
Hey, how y'all doing? What y'all
All
discussing
right.
this day?
We talking
Hey,
about
Marcus.
Deshaun Watson, but I cannot get Corey to understand that even though he was found not guilty in the laws of the land, the NFL can still punish you. Help, Mark. You're
Uh,
close to the NFL, so explain that to her for me.
yeah. So it comes into at that point, it's responsibility of how you conduct yourself, player conduct. Even though he was found not guilty, he would still put himself in a position to be compromised. So the NFL still can pursue him in that manner. Now, maybe not legally anything less, but according to player conduct rules, then they can enforce this. Even though they didn't do Robert Kraft like that, but hey, who are we talking?
And we're gonna discuss more of that. That's a good point you just made, Mark.
Right, because he
We're gonna
was
discuss
all
more.
down in South Florida
And
But
Big
the thing,
getting
Ben,
caught.
Big
but
Ben raped a girl in Statesboro. I mean, raped her
but what Big Ben did have a suspension too.
4
So
games.
yeah, I'm just saying. Hey, he black. So what else is different?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Okay. So let me finish. Let me finish it because you still go ahead, Corey. Because she ain't gonna let us off of it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, James, because I'm still kind of confused. I
But ain't
understand you
ain't no
saying
use of
that.
being confused. If you see you're confused because you're trying to stick with your rationale. This is not your. Unfortunately, this one ain't your ration. This is their rationale. This is their rules. This is how they do
Yeah,
it. If you do
yeah.
So it's
anything,
because he's in a compromising position. So basically, we're
it,
telling the other guys, don't get yourself in a compromising position, or this can happen to you as well. It doesn't matter
basically,
whether or not the state finds you guilty or not. You're
absolutely,
Right.
gonna, okay.
All right.
that's
So
exactly what
like
it is.
let's say it
But
happens in
if they're
organizations.
lying, how are you putting yourself in a compromising position?
Corey,
It
let
was
me tell you like this.
26.
Corey, it's certain
They don't.
organizations. This not just a it's this is just because you see it because it's main media. This happens in the military also. You can have a black officer that can be brought up on fraternization or sexual misconduct allegations, and he's proven guilty to he's guilty to proven innocent. They can do an investigation and can find out that this man is innocent, but they got a rule called actions unbecoming of an officer. I mean, he put himself in a position to be compromised, and because he put himself in that position, they can kick him out the military. It happens in a lot of different organizations where we do not have a seat at the table. So, like, this is a
Mm.
bigger thing. Um, you got look at the rules. Look at the rules in sports. You have hockey that they throw their gloves off and fight, and they never call them barbarians. Yeah,
Mm.
baseball where they clear the field and it's a part of the game. But in the two most physical sports, of football and basketball, if somebody throws a punch, he's a gangster, he's a thug, this is
Absolutely.
crazy. It's a lot of things out there when we start dealing with this aspect of the sport. That's because we don't have a seat at the table to control the narrative. So it's bigger things out there that we could talk about. And I mean, yeah, we could talk about unfair, but we put ourselves in an unfair position. So, but
At the end of the day, and
he
and,
still
and the
has
thing, go ahead.
Mhm. No, no, I'm saying at the end of the day, he still has the biggest guaranteed contract. He still can come back from it, but this should give us more awareness when it comes to when it comes to the impact and influence that we have in the games that we're predominantly in. We're majority in basketball, we're majority in football. We're the biggest things that attract the biggest revenue generators, and we have no say so. And it shows us how. Look at Kyler Murray's contract.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
did y'all talk about that?
not yet.
Wait,
Nope.
Mhm.
oh, be quiet then. But
No, no,
anyway,
but no, no, but you're
We're gonna get
interested.
into that.
You're introducing. No, you're introducing a different paradigm to what we were talking about, and that's cool because
mm,
you're right. Because you're introducing. Because had it been Big Ben that
Hmm.
sought that went after the massage therapist, had it been something different, would we be talking? Because this man, a criminal charge, he raped somebody, but he only got 4 games. They were talking about who of this Facebook user is. I wish I would go to my personal
I
page if
mean,
you
look at
can.
Robert Kraft. He was
I mean,
doing the same thing.
he was doing the exact same thing. But the difference is Corey, they said check. Layton said check your message. Check your message. But
Okay.
but yeah. So with that being said, uh, they were even thinking that he might get more than 6 games. Some were still caught saying it's too light. Some said he deserved at least a year, and that's what I wanted to ask y'all tonight. He uh, d- met with 26 massage therapists in a hotel. He exposed himself to some of them. None of it was criminal
That's
because
what
it's not.
they're saying, though, right? Or
Hold
they
on,
had proof that he did
no,
this.
but listen. Even if he did do this, it's not against the law. I mean, it's
Right.
not. It's not. That's what I'm saying. We got to argue the right part of the point. You feel what I'm saying? It's
Right.
even if he
Right.
did do it, that means that
Hmm.
even if he did it, it's creepy. It might be crazy because you know what? How many dudes pay for sex? That's a whole different conversation. And so when I start talking to people about it, people start talking because I put this out there earlier on the day, and first thing they want to say is that I'm getting a lot of text messages, y'all.
I
The
can't
first thing
hear
everybody
you.
want to say is that it's creepy. Dudes shouldn't be paying for sex. Da 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 da
Hmm.
da 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 da. All that kind of stuff. And so whatever happened at the end of the day, what he did, 2 grand juries said that it was not criminal. but
Mm-hmm.
the NFL protecting their shield had to do something. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I two the thing that I liked about it, Mark. Number one, I was happy. I was nervous because I thought it was gonna be because it was a woman. I was a little nervous about that at first. But what I was happy about was that she was a judge because a judge has to go by the law. You can't go by your emotion. How would you think about that?
Right.
It depends if uh, in that arena, yeah. But get on child support and see how a judge will act. They'll take that stuff personally if they have the bandwidth to do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Trust me, I know.
But I think
But
this woman here,
it's against the NFL laws, basically.
yeah,
Well,
Well,
as rules,
yeah, it's
policies.
in, but you're talking about big
but
money right there. That's causes
yeah.
impact and endorsements and different things like that. But when we start talking about players in NFL and the NFL had to do something because when if they didn't do something, then you got all kind of sponsors and stuff who could pull. You got different
Absolutely.
entities that would come and boycott. And with sports and
Uh-huh.
NFL itself, it has
Me
a lot
too.
to do. It has a lot to do with public image, and that's where it goes.
Okay, I
Um,
understand that part. I hear everything you guys are saying. I hear what you're saying, Mark. It has a lot to do with sponsors, contracts, all of that stuff.
yeah.
Are they not afraid of any of that when it comes to different races?
Uh, you know what? They are. Um, but at the end of the day, I mean, in this situation, there wasn't a lot of to stand on. Even though there's a bunch of people, when it came down to legality of it, they didn't have a bunch to stand on. Now, you say races of people, you talking about because they're targeting black quarterbacks or black
Hmm.
individuals.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, we got to start putting a little bit more responsibility on the action versus the color. Was Deshaun Watson put himself in a vulnerable position? He did. He knew being an NFL quarterback, being a leader on the field, and the platform that he was on, he couldn't do everything that everybody else did. He was honestly, he was just a little. I was disappointed in how he moved. Honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
on that platform, you got to protect yourself a little bit better. And we got to stop making a black and white issue. It's anytime you get yourself in a position where you have money, you become a target. You got to start moving differently. You can't do what everybody else do. You can't. Your boys can't do what everybody else do. You got to. Your whole crew, your camp needs to be Trump tight in how you move.
Especially as a quarterback. As a
Can I
quarterback,
say something? I understand what you're saying. Is that abnormal to have a massage in your hotel room?
Man, listen. It's not foreign, but if you're in a certain position, you got to vet things differently. And like I said, we can keep this on a black and white situation, but we got to start moving on our mindset on have and have not. And this man right here is a 200 something 30 million. At that point in time, he was $100 something million quarterback. And you got to understand that you are a meal ticket for most people. You got to start thinking 2 or 3 steps
Yeah.
ahead.
So I guess he set himself up if he didn't have anybody else in there. Like if you go to the doctor's office, they're going to have someone in there with them if they're doing an exam. So with that, although they have the opportunity to have the massages in their hotel room, they may have someone else in there with them as well.
But these women wasn't licensed massage therapists. Majority of these women were
Ooh,
not
no.
licensed massage therapists. So let's cut to the chase.
okay.
These women were regular
He was looking
women,
for a happy ending.
his Instagram models, and his narrative was I was
Oh,
getting massage.
that's what he said. Okay, I got you.
And who is this? Joseph Black, I think it is. I can't see your name, but it says, and it's abnormal for an NFL player to have that many massage therapists. You don't want that many people on your body
But
Yeah,
like
you
that.
want one or two
Yeah,
maybe. If
yeah.
one is sick, you're gonna call the other. Yeah.
but why are we acting like when people have money? Why are we acting ignorant to what's really going on? I mean, he's a man. He's in his 20s with access to multi-million dollars, and the narrative that he chose to go with was unlicensed massage therapist. That's the best you can come up with. Well, cool. But let's not feel too bad. Last year he still got his full paycheck, and now he's getting suspended for 6 games.
Yeah,
He's okay. They
he's just fine.
he just had to entertain the sponsors and the other people who felt the women's rights and everybody else who come behind women who've been abused, and he just had to get it off their back. At the end of the day, the dude was on one. Like
He's a freak.
he's nasty. I like
He ain't nasty. He ain't no freak. He's normal. If other men can
no,
He
do it,
not.
they will be doing
no,
it
no,
also.
But
no.
that ain't normal. Those men would be
No,
abnormal too.
this is the problem we have. The
It's
funny
just
part is
multiple women, right?
no, this is the funny.
Basically,
No,
So
it's
this
a
is
little bit
this
more than that.
the thing is you keep saying, oh, he's just an average guy. That's not the average guy. Not every guy want to bang 30 women a day. If
That's
you knew men, is their sexual platform is on different levels for different guys. Not every guy wants to bang everybody. That's why
yeah.
when you have a team,
I'm not
because
saying every guy's like
That's
that.
what
I'm
he was
just
doing.
saying that's not
You said normal though. That was the
that.
word you
But
used.
okay, okay. Let me just say that it's not abnormal. It may be unusual, but it's not abnormal.
Well, they
There's
actually
a
have
lot
class.
of
They
people
have
who have.
therapy for that. They have therapy
but
for that. They call it sex. They have therapy for that. I mean, it really do. You know what I'm saying? There are people there. Okay, we telling on
Bolo,
yourself. You
Bolo,
telling on
Bolo
yourself.
Maybe
Stevens
he's not used
made
to getting none. You know,
Bolo
some of those.
Stevens.
That's why some of those Negroes
We're gonna
get
change
in the
subject on you,
league, get their
Corey. All them
contract, and
babies.
they go in a different direction. And you say, "What are you doing with her?" That's somebody that was never used to getting nothing. I mean, I'm just saying.
Bolo just get me sent a message to you.
No,
He's weird.
Dude is weird for real.
Oh
no,
my
no.
goodness.
The dude. All right, so he can't holler at women like regular guys. Y'all got to start taking this. Y'all keep trying to put this
That's
dude on
true.
a platform to relate with us, everyday people. He can't do that. Not only does he has money, he has fame beyond what you know and recognition beyond what you know. So even when he meets a person, it's not the normal interaction. It's almost when he walks in the room, everybody like, you know what it is? Do you know what it is? He has those interactions. So if this is his way of vetting it, it was just a trash way, and we need to start talking about more of his approach and
Hmm.
critique his approach than the situation. But you get guys in Atlanta who make $80,000, they don't know how to act. So you give somebody hundreds of millions. Come on, man. I'm not gonna talk bad on that guy. I'm not gonna say
No,
I'm not gonna say he's weird, but he
it's
should have a better approach.
that's a good point. That's a real good point. That's a real good point.
And the
But
funny part is that this person he got fake reviews said he had a gorgeous girlfriend the whole time. I'm gonna tell you something about looks. Looks has nothing to do with what you know going on behind closed doors. I'm gonna tell you like this, what y'all don't know. And I wake up, as James know, I'm very affiliated with a lot of NFL players. The
hmm
misconception is a lot of women don't understand. Men know when they're paying for love. Men wake up and we know what true love is, and we know when we're paying for somebody to be with us. So yeah, she could be gorgeous, but he could know knew at the every day he woke up that it wasn't true love. It is what it is. Let's not. I don't even want to go on that subject. It's
I
like
didn't want to bring this up, but
you made a good point right there.
I know Kobe is deceased and everything. But remember that Kobe hotel incident? Y'all remember how that girl looked?
I mean, y'all going off look. I didn't really care about how she looked. I
I'm
mean,
just saying, like he had a beautiful wife.
but what if what the thing is, y'all keep saying beautiful, but most time women are married, y'all not putting out like that. Yeah, y'all done lied about the whole fantasy. You ain't having sex like that. So yeah, he could have had that woman to get his rocks off.
Say
Most
some
women,
of us aren't. Some of
yeah,
us aren't.
most of y'all not.
Maybe the
I
ones
sit down.
that you've encountered, isn't
No,
it?
I sit down. Corey, you come for me one more time, I elbow you. Listen, so look,
Ah,
I sit down and I speak with multimillionaires and former star athletes at a table where it's very common and we have real conversations because these relationships I've known them since ramen noodles. So you may see them as stars, I still know them as such and such. These conversations are very intimate. They're very transparent. And a lot of these guys, their wives live an immaculate life, but these dudes are still not getting it like that. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, y'all women. That's why department stores are built based off y'all, cause y'all get content with things, or y'all looking for the next best thing. And what I mean by that is, at the end of the day, women, when it comes to a big house mansion, y'all get used to it real quick, and y'all want something else and something else and something else and something else. That's why marketing is always triggered towards women because y'all have a discontent when it comes to things. You're never happy, basically. So these men, even though they aspire to be at a certain level, when it comes to certain things that they need at home, they're not getting it like that. It's so funny. My friend, he has a 15,000 square foot home and has done so much to take care of his family. But still, when it comes to his needs, he has to still work for it. It's so funny. But anyway, that's a whole different. I was going off on a little tangent
You know,
there.
I want to play that video, Mark, that you sent me earlier today, because you brought an interesting. That's an interesting twist you just gave. Remember the one you sent me on Instagram
Yeah,
earlier today?
yeah.
I'm gonna play. What's up, Lazaric? I'm gonna play this right quick. Let's see how this conversation goes with this. Hold on. I'm about to mute somebody. Hold on for a second. Uh, yeah. Hold on. Let me do this. Y'all know I'm slow, so don't talk about me. For real. And everybody that's in the chat right now, if you will hit that share button right quick. If you hit the share, we can get some more people in the conversation because we're having fun. It's actually going pretty good. But I wanted to put this out there for a second. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Am I sharing it?
Like I
Here it is. Let
said,
me start it
women
over.
like
I want to start it over. There we go, y'all.
because every woman believes she deserves love. Every woman believes she deserves love, and she believes that she deserves the type of love from a type of man that she believes she deserves it from. And when she finds out that the type of men that she like don't like her, it's too much to bear. Like I said, women like, listen to this, women like what is advantageous or beneficial to them. So if you speak on what you don't like and that puts her at a disadvantage or it eliminates her from the equation, she has a problem with that because now she knows that the type of man that she wish she could be married to is not the type of man that wants to be married to her.
Okie dokie. And that Mark, so Mark, you said it's a different type of woman. It's a whole different. You kind of narrow the people that you can kind of deal with when you start to get to a certain level, right? And so, but then you had, because I came to a party, you invited me to a party, and you told me about the dynamics of that party. You know what I'm saying? And you talked about how parties are like some of those when you have certain people who are going after a certain type of man or yada 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 whatnot. But this video that we just played a minute ago introduces a whole different ideology, and it actually break it down a little bit more. What'd you hear, Coy, when you heard the video a second ago?
I was a little confused.
Okay, you get confused a
Um,
lot tonight. I'm oh, you you
no, I'm
think
saying because I've never had an issue with the guy that I was attracted to not being attracted to me and not wanting me or not wanting to be with me. But I don't look at I'm demisexual, so that's different. I have to hold that conversation with you. It's intellect for me,
mm,
sapio and demi. So it's I don't know. I don't if I don't bond with you, if I don't bond with you on an intellectual level, we're not going nowhere anyways. Like I mean, that's just me though.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Sorry. Sorry, hold me back.
You know
Yeah,
what, Mark?
no, I'm sorry. That
That's
whole
not
Jimmy,
that's
yeah,
not
it's
BS
such
for
a cop.
me.
It's a so cop out because what happens is
I like
you,
letting them argue. I can sit back and watch
the
this.
primitive nature of attraction is physical. I see
Not
that
for
on.
me.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not for you because you went outside the primitive nature of attraction, which attraction equates to reproduction. Okay, so look, I'm not gonna go into anatomy. So now you got to the point where now you're on this intellectual stimulating situation because you got to the point where certain guys, and not saying you, Coy, but that type of demisexual, all that stuff. Those are people, not saying you, that come to the point where they're like, yo, I'm not out here trying to get in the gym. That ain't gonna be the finest thing, and I don't want a man. He doesn't have to be the finest thing ever. So you went past the original. Now you got to be
No, I want
stimulated.
to be the finest thing. I'm gonna back you
No,
up.
no,
I'm gonna
no, no.
stay in the
You say
gym.
that you no, because you think
That's
is you
me
see
though, but I'm not. It doesn't
you're
have to be
not
the
demonstrating.
guy that I'm with.
You're right. So now you're just all you okay. All you doing is what normal people do. As we get older, we say, okay, yeah, I'm attracted to you, but what else? That's all that is. But what else? Now that comes to the spiritual compatibility, intellectual stimulation, all the other stuff. I mean, but at the end of the day, the primitive nature still is going to be the physical attraction first. Now, if you're going to sit here and say you can be with, Gorilla Joe, and you're fine with him being Gorilla Joe, then he started talking smooth to you, and now he looks good to you. Then you know what? Some I do can talk your panties off. That's cool. I mean, you that easy?
Gorilla Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You
cool.
cool with Gorilla Joe? Nikki,
Listen, y'all ain't
what did you
seen,
Nikki?
y'all
What did
have
you
not seen
what
my
not
ex-husband, but it was not his appearance. I have to
Exactly.
get to know someone in order for me to become attracted to them.
He
It has
said
Right.
nothing to do with appearance.
Well, we just need to give you a little liquor and some good words, and you
uh,
for the
I
team.
don't drink,
Joe.
so I'm good.
But maybe you should. Maybe find out who you really are.
Hey,
I don't
listen,
know.
why y'all don't like y'all be going at each other like y'all be boxing
Mark,
in on both of y'all?
Mark, you know what, Mark?
You know, Coy
I'm,
gangster. Coy be to send somebody to come see you, man.
I'm,
She
I'm
from
gonna
Little
No,
let you
Rock.
live tonight.
Cause Coy got to be in control. That's what it is. Because when it comes
I
to
do, I do.
I know you do. Because when it comes to things, when women who love mental and all this stuff, you gotta understand the power. Women have the power of persuasion. Whereas God gave us certain different abilities, but God gave women the power of persuasion, and she used that persuasion to always be in control. That's why she likes that mental type of stuff. Because when it comes to mental, it takes emotional vulnerability for a man to go there with you. Once a man's open, emotionally available like that and vulnerable like that, then that's when you have to control. Because women can manipulate things where they always feel like they have the ultimate advantage. That would never
I
happen with
agree.
me.
I agree.
Hey, hold on, right quick. Yeah, hold on. Nikki asked, "Why do you equate? Did you? I don't know if you did. Did you equate being demisexual with settling, Mark?
No, no, he did.
Nikki, I don't think he. I don't think he equated that. I think that
Nikki
was
just want to
that.
argue.
No, she
Nikki want to
don't.
argue.
Nikki's cool. Nikki good
She
people.
want
Nikki
to
don't want
argue.
to argue. Nikki good people. Nikki good people. That's my homegirl. But Nikki, no, Nikki. I think you kind of interpreted that, but I think that was a misinterpretation. I don't think he said that. I think he said that. He said Gorilla Joe ain't necessarily settling. And I think that's what you're saying. That because he said you. Well, you did say
I'm settling
you.
if I don't thrive with you intellectually. That's what my because I don't need you financially. I don't need you to look good to me. This gotta look good to me. This gotta look good to me. Like it's something about a man that I connect with intellectually, that
Yeah.
listens, that I don't
They
know. I
follow
just
your
gotta have
instructions.
that. That's
He
a turn
listens.
on.
He listens. He follows
Follow
your
my
instructions.
instructions.
Yeah.
Come on now, James. Come on now.
Bum, bum, bum. No, I don't know. Yeah.
No,
Oh no, no.
no, no,
And
no,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
no,
Coy and I talk.
no.
Coy and I talk quite a bit. Now she don't ever give me those vibes ever. Now
Hold up. Hold up.
now we're not in a relationship now, but I'm not. But she don't give me.
I'm
Latin Pearl
sorry. I'm
says
sorry,
women.
Marcus. You've never met me. I understand. I get it. And
I,
a
I
lot of
tell her
people that I
she's
come
different all
across
the
So
never
time.
met me. So I
Coy,
get it.
I have no problem understanding their exceptions to the rule. I speak in more of a
General,
majority
I think.
situation, general thing. Yeah, never
General, I
exception
know.
person.
And
And
you do take them
it is,
specific.
so this is why these conversations are hard to have, because when I talk about things that are more towards the populace, people want to say, "Oh, but I'm not like that." I don't care that you're not like that, but the majority of them
Exactly.
are like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the thing about it.
And that's people for. And I try to really monitor that with a lot of posts I put out because most things I speak about are not specific. They're very general. And the last thing you would do is see a pair knowing you wear a size 12 shoe, you see a size 4 and go try to put that joker on. That don't
Right.
even make sense. But
Eh,
that's the first thing we want to do every time somebody brings up a scenario is we want to try to put that scenario on like it fits us. I mean, think about it. That mean what percentage of the people in the world have a college degree? And then there's
For,
a small huh?
well,
It,
I know when you come to the black population in the U.S., only 14% of black Americans have a, college degree, even
and
though the
then
perceptions aren't that like it's
and
more.
and then go to graduate level, that's an even smaller number, and
It
then you
is.
go to the PhD, when you start, so everybody don't think like we talked about last week. Everybody don't even have the ability, and I'm not slighting anybody, but everybody doesn't think critically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember one time my
I
son
know
and I.
that's hard. That's hard to
Oh, that's
digest
a whole.
too, you know.
That's high critical thinking. If you look at a definition of it, it's higher order thinking. It's looking at you're looking at things a
But
different way.
but
Hold on, right quick. Hold on, Mark. But sometimes people try to look at these situations like they deep, and it's not that freaking deep. You know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
ride
it's
with
not.
it. If the shoe don't fit, don't put the shoe on. Well, he ain't talking about me. And then
But
watch this. And maybe there's somebody that is like that. We wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't people that we've seen like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off right then.
right now, the thing about it is that's a great angle. But at the end of the day, I feel like men we're masters of the obvious, right? We look at what's in front of us. We look at things that we can see, smell, feel, and touch, right? Our five senses. I feel like a lot of women miss out on great men because they have a hypothetical idea of what this man could be. And men are more willing to accept women for unconditional love, and women have so many conditions to the man that they want to be with. Um, I feel like those conversations are hard to have because a lot of women don't have a lot of women who are older giving them mentorship and help them navigate through those emotional barriers.
Yeah,
But
I think we're shifting a little bit though, Mark.
shifting in what aspect? I mean, I want y'all to
With,
find love. I want y'all to find real good love and and true instead of thinking it's like a job and it has a resume and it's this and that and stimulate. You know what? Some of y'all are not
well,
meant to be
because we're
stimulating at all.
connecting love to emotions. Love is not an emotion.
No,
So
it's
when
an
we can
action.
disconnect that, yes, when we can
It's,
disconnect that and make it a devotion, we can have successful relationships. But everybody's not on that page. A lot of people
yeah,
are very emotional. And then we
not
have the men who were raised by single moms who take on some of their single mom traits, which is more emotional. So they're emotional as well.
well. You know what?
It's just hard to connect now.
At least it's the man who's looking at something and he's used that at his as the baseline of what he should like. And it's not saying it's right, but women, y'all are controlled by social media. Y'all controlled by other influences, and y'all don't even go with your own heart. Whatever the narrative is at that point in time, y'all roll with it. Whether it's the theme of have a dude who got a little thug in him, then y'all go repeating it. Light skinned men are out, dark skinned men in. Y'all roll with it. Men, we like what we like. Y'all control that. We like what we like. Y'all could be influenced easily. I don't think y'all really are really true to
Well, what,
yourselves.
can you please stop generalizing and say some
Okay,
women? Some
okay.
women.
Most women I
Because
meet, they
I
want
don't
to
know
marry.
women like that.
Corey,
And I've
let me give you
spoken to
numbers.
James about this before.
I'm gonna give you numbers. Corey, most women I meet want a man over 6 foot, 6 foot or taller. The average American man is only 5'9". All right, the average American man is only 5'9". Women don't even they're what they want is not even always at the average percent. It's always the top 1% of men that they want, and they're not the top 1% of women.
Yeah, he got and yeah, yeah. He made a good point right there. It's just yeah,
The
that's a
whole
good point.
thing is the
That's a
top
good point.
thing. Like,
That's a good point actually. Yeah.
Well,
Oh Lord,
how can we
Leighton
say
Pearl.
no? How can we honestly say, hold on, how can we honestly say that when women are saying that they settle a lot, with different men, with certain men? And it's a lot of that going on as well. So how can we honestly say that? Are you saying that's not what they want though? Because they're settling.
I think y'all don't know what selling is really, because we men, if we said that, then every man settles. Because I told you, we taught to love unconditionally. When y'all feel like y'all selling, it's because y'all started to be in a situation where y'all love unconditionally, and that's not what you want because y'all had conditions before. And when you go against your conditions, you think you're selling, and you're not. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like I told you, I just think that when it comes to our expectations, that we need to really have a class on some real what love look like.
I think that
Because
that
I,
was that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go
the
ahead, Mark.
only thing I'm gonna say is like, because when I hear y'all talk and Lazaric, tell me if I'm wrong, Lazaric, keep it real. when I hear y'all talk, the parallel incline, if you were to put on a scale,
Hey, Shantae.
most women talk like, I hate to say this, it sounds like prostitution most of the time. And what I mean by that is like if you can't pay for this, it's always a tangible when it
Corey,
comes
that's
to
not your
money.
story. That's not your story, Corey,
I
but
ain't talking
that's
about
real.
Coy. I'm talking
That's
about
real
in
talk.
general.
But still, we've had this discussion. Somebody posted in the group about, oh, we sound like a prostitute. A
It does.
prostitute get paid for strictly for sex. So
Okay,
what they're
can
And
I
that's
take?
asking for,
and that's basically what most women are given in return. Because their social skills, most of them can't cook no more. They go out to eat. Most of them don't like cleaning. You gotta cook. Most of
hold
them don't
on,
like doing
just
nothing.
because we go out to eat does not mean we don't know how to cook.
Y'all don't know how to court a man. Y'all don't think about being courted, but y'all don't hear y'all talking about how y'all court men. I can tell you
Okay,
about the marriage experience.
now Corey, real talk. Now that, like I said, that might not be your story, but I'm finding since I've been single, and I've only been single 5 years after being married 20 years, there's a lot of transactional relationships. I mean, I've had people
But
invite
hasn't
themselves.
it been like that for years?
I said I
It's
was
been
married.
like this since the
Hold on,
beginning of
wait, time out.
time.
Listen what I just said.
Hey, you had it
Now,
before marriage. You
no,
had
listen
it
what I.
before marriage.
No, I got married. No, I was super young when I got. No, I didn't. I didn't. I got young. I started dating early and got married young. So no, I didn't. Now, I'm telling you, the things since then have changed. A lot of relationships are transactional. They'll tell you that they're coming and they want it. No, you ain't got. You know. You don't. Now, I might give you some, but can you give me $200? Huh? Or I might do this, but can you give me $300? I mean, and these are the numbers that I mean, they're asking for, and they're putting a price tag on it. And I'm not saying, and
Well,
I don't even take it because that's not what I'm interested in. But they're leading with that. I mean,
I
I'm talking
mean,
about.
you
I've met.
know,
No, listen, because I mean, we're talking about you're not going after women, so you don't have women telling you these things. I'm telling you, as a man, I'm telling you, I had a girl text me one time, said want a link, and then put dollar signs on it. Now they're
huh?
leading. Yep, they say want a link, like link up, and then put dollar signs at the end of it. They're leading with that. I'm not. We're not making this up when I'm telling you this kind of stuff. And it's just somebody, a random person I got their phone number from. So that it's happening. There are a lot of transactional. What you say? Lazeric said $200 is a going rate, huh? Boy, I don't know. Well, whatever it is, I don't get to that because I ain't paying for it. So
Okay,
yeah,
it is. Tell me
yeah,
something
I
I
ain't
didn't
paying for
know.
that.
But
Yeah,
I hate to be, I don't know,
and that's the thing.
push against
If
push
it's not your
against the
story,
sale for since the beginning of time. It doesn't have to be my story. I'm just in a position where I ain't gotta sell pussy.
yeah, yeah,
But pussy
but
ain't
don't say,
free.
but pussy ain't free. I mean, so I ain't. How you got me
It
talking
ain't.
like that? Y'all know people
I'm
got
just
people listen.
saying.
Got people listen to me.
You made my point.
Yeah, but say Mark.
You just
Mark
made
just
my
said you
point.
just made his
Well,
point.
but that's the
Wow.
truth. That's the reality. We're talking about reality now. If that's the
Well,
reality,
so
y'all do
that's
what y'all got
So
to do.
guess
so.
Now,
What's
what?
after that?
as
So what's after
leading with
that?
that, I don't know if that's right. I mean, I don't know.
So what's after that? No, what's after that? If it ain't free and I pay you for that, what's after that? Cause I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. I'm done. That's it.
I
That's
see
that's
what
the
you're
level of
saying.
respect you're
I
gonna
get
get,
what you're
and
saying.
none beyond that. And they're leading with that.
But it's got to start some kind of way. If that's what they
No,
need, at
Coy,
least
man,
they're giving you
but that,
something.
but
At
that
least they're
used,
giving you
but
something in
that used.
return, though.
Hold on,
Coy,
It's
no, no, no,
not
I
saying,
don't
hey,
want
Coy,
come over
that.
here.
I
They're
Coy,
not
don't
y'all,
want
saying, hey,
that.
come over here and
Coy,
pay my bills. I'm
I
going to
Coy,
give you
don't
something.
want
I'm not
that.
going to give you anything.
Coy. Y'all act like you didn't get none too. Like it went a two-way street. Some of y'all be
It's
trash.
never a
You niggas,
two-way street because y'all
yeah.
going to bust regardless.
Boy, Sammy, you
It
So
just
it's
don't.
said
never a
something right
two-way
there.
street.
It don't mean it was the best. It don't
Sammy
mean it was
just
the
said
best.
that it ain't lying. Most of these weak dudes is the reason they feel like they got it like that though. Stand for something or fall for anything. Cause we don't have to deal with that. These weak dudes are the ones that's been these little dope boys and these little boys that was raised by their mama that their mamas taught them to take care of me for the rest of my life. So when they see their mama in a woman, they feel like they're a female. They want to make sure they putting money in their pocket and doing all this and that for them. And they ain't even deserved it. I'm gonna tell you something. If you put the price tag on it, and that's what it is, you'll never be more than that. And that's where the relation, and that's why Mark asked the question a moment ago. He said, after we get through with that, then what?
Then what?
And that's why we have such shallow relationships, because after you got, excuse me, y'all, after you got through jumping up and down on her, doing whatever you did and swinging from the chandeliers, and then there's
Some
no
of them,
substance to hold,
hey, but some of
but
them
that
get
goes
hooked.
both
They
ways.
being held.
Huh?
Some of them are getting hooked, so they're being held.
Yeah, but
There's
it's gonna
more after that.
yeah, well, the divorce rate is saying different.
Nikki Nicole said most men leave with money. I wish you could see my inbox. Well, we should see your Facebook and see what you leading with.
No,
She's
she
That's what
ain't.
I
not
leading
leaving
with.
with nothing. You
No,
need
she
to
ain't. She
stop.
ain't. You gotta look at her
Mark,
Facebook. No,
Mark
Mark.
is a
No, Mark.
trap.
What you Mark on that doggone yak today? I'm joking. What you on, Mark? What you Mark on that whiskey? Listen, this is hold on. These is jokes, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Let me make sure everybody understand that right then. These is for entertainment purposes only. Do what you want to with the information. Oh, I'm just joking. But no, Nikki's cool people though, for real.
No, no, no,
Nikki
no,
from
no,
the
no, 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 no. But this is the thing about it is,
there's some weak dudes out here, dude. For real,
but that's the
weak
thing about
dude.
it.
That doesn't make them weak though.
Very
That's
weak.
all they know. That
Okay,
doesn't. They're just a
it makes
different
them
type
weak
of
from
dude.
a man's point. Now you ain't got. Now I know you
See,
said you have some
that's
characteristics, but you're not.
that's the problem with women. They don't know how men look at other men in our
Yes,
hierarchy
not how you
of
look at them, how we look at them, Coy. That's what
the
we're
walk.
trying to tell you.
I
You
got
can't,
you.
you can't.
But
That's the
y'all don't
problem.
affect how y'all. I mean, that doesn't affect them. How does it affect them just because another
Let
dude
me help
looking
you
at
We
out.
them
Let
a
having
me
a
help
certain
you out,
way?
conversation.
Corey. Corey, let me help you out. When it comes
I'm
to women
listening.
and being a real woman, I really can't tell you how to
With no
be.
name.
Women, y'all have y'all whole thing. Now I can tell you what I like from women, but being a real woman, because your plight in life is totally different from mine, I can't tell you how to be a woman. But women
Yeah,
really love telling men how they can be a man. No, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
We like the thing is we lost all our money. They threw us all in the woods, and it came to survival. There's certain men who gonna stand out beyond other men. How they carry themselves, true leadership qualities, two things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all don't understand how that looks because some women, not you, a lot of women give false empowerment
look at that growth.
to
Yes,
beta ass men.
yeah, they
Y'all
do.
do, as
They
long as they
do.
can pay for it.
That's true.
We like this. Think about it. We
You
can
said what now?
women love can be paid for so easily. Y'all find if it gets so bad, y'all will find anything to justify that you was paid for. You be like, girl, I like his eyebrows, girl. The way they sexy. You tell whatever it is. You can get the biggest Rick Ross or Big. You'll find some sexy girl. I like the way his chest hangs over his stomach. It's something about it, girl. It's called swag. That word swag is AKA justification for me compromising what I truly want. That's what it is. And
Yeah.
and Nikki, you got one more time.
What she do? Leave Nikki alone. Now I told you that's my classmate. Leave her alone.
Nah, I was messing.
Leave Nikki alone. No, Nikki could
No,
be Nikki.
but this is the thing about it. I know some good women here, but we're not talking to you.
Yeah,
We're
you're
not
not.
talking to this 10% of women that you got yourself together and your moral compass. We're talking about the vast majority who are being misdirected in these conversations, or how can we start having conversations with those people who we know misguided? We're watching people fail each and every day. Men, why women are acting like this? Well, I had a girl just the other day talk about how she was getting surgery, and her reason was because that's what y'all like. Y'all men,
Sure.
y'all like big booty, y'all like this and that. But then when I asked you get it, why you got it? Oh, I got it for me. No, you didn't. If you got it for us, I tell them once you go meet a girl with natural big booty, and she'll tell you she still gets cheated on, she still gets X, Y, and Z. So that's not going to help you get a good man. It's going to help you become more sexualized, but it's not going to help you get a good man. I mean, let's start having real conversations when we do these things. Stop saying we're doing these things for love and everything else. If you're a woman and you're in a financial compromised position, just say you're looking for a man to get you in a financial vantage point and upgrade your lifestyle. And let's have that true conversation. But don't make him feel bad because he didn't purchase you.
Yeah, there's somebody for everybody. What were you going to say, Coy? I see you stressing. I see you wiping the stress off
This
your face.
man but said because he didn't purchase you. I'm done.
Yeah. You want to get paid for it, he just didn't purchase
Yeah,
you, you
you.
know?
Yeah,
It,
some of
it's
them
it's
is different. If you put a
If you
price
it,
on tag on something, it's transactional.
it's a transaction. I agree. I mean, they've been doing transactions since the beginning of time, though.
Leighton Pearl crazy. Leighton Pearl. But you
yeah.
okay? Leighton says so. Mark, you would date a woman with no back.
Nah, that's compromising my moral moral status. I'm not being I'm not really being honest with myself at that point in time.
Oh Jesus! I'm done, y'all. Y'all, I know. Hey, listen, Mark, I'm glad you came on tonight. I ain't gonna lie, 'cause I was super tired from working them little 10, 11 hours today, boys. So y'all, if I'm not talking as much as normal tonight, y'all, I'm sitting there enjoying Mark and Corey fighting back and forth, and it's kind of
It's
fun, to
not
be honest
fighting,
with
man. We just
you. It
we
is.
have
It is.
it, we have
It's a little bit bantering going on. Banter. It's
no. I
fun though.
mean, I'm
It's
honest
fun.
about what I like. I
Yeah.
I I don't care if she work at Popeyes or she's a lawyer. I still consider her an attractive woman, and it's not about what. It's like, yo, she's just attractive. I'm gonna give you this Amari Hartwick um, instance, right? So I dated his cousin years ago. This is
Who is
before he.
Amari Hardwick?
This is the guy who Ghost from Power.
Okay. Okay.
So I dated her, and I got a chance to know this guy, right? At this point in time, he's looked the same. He's always been in shape, always had the same kind of look, same guy. Women would walk by him all the time and would not say anything. It wasn't until he got that big role with Mary Jane, being Mary Jane, that women started noticing him. And then he came Ghost. Every woman was just like, oh, he's the man. He was right there in front of you the whole time. But when you started seeing him give him a famous position, then he looked better to you. The difference between
Mm,
men is that we can see that same girl, and regardless if she's on the screen or not, she is bad to us. She's bad to us.
yeah,
We
that's
can't be
true.
influenced. You don't see Whoopi Goldberg on the cover of Double XL. Regardless if she's a millionaire or not, we may not find her that attractive, and we're gonna be on that stuff. But I feel like when men love, we don't compromise what we love. We love what we love, and it's genuine. Now you may say because she got a fat booty, he loved that fat booty. But men, you can't pay us to love something different than we truly love in our heart.
That's a
Most
good
of us,
point.
women, I feel like y'all got a price tag.
I think it's people, Mark.
Nope,
Men are like
I,
that, women are like that.
nope.
Some men are
You know how
some
many
men are
girls
like
told me they
women,
don't
they
get
have a
no.
price tag also. So come on now. We
Listen,
spoke about this a
listen. Let me
couple of
say it like
shows
this.
ago.
You know how many girls who say they don't like a light skinned man, and then they came to my crib and say I live. Then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? But you different. Fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Get
Mm.
out of here, girl. Get out of
Yeah, I
here.
can't change up on that one.
Exactly. And I'm still gonna smash, but
Yeah.
still, I'm just saying as a friend, like I know the
It-
truth.
Yep, because indirect rules are being established. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I mean, if that's the game that you choose to play, you know what I'm saying, then you've indirectly or directly established the rules. And when you do that, kind of is what it is. But I'm a type person that once those rules are it's established slash implied, I'm rolling with those rules, and those rules probably not going to change for me because of how we started, and that's just where I'm at, and I've seen it happen more often than not lately. I'm telling you, it's really borderline annoying to be honest with you, and that's why I've kind of got comfortable alone. I'm cool with that. I'm kind of
It's
cool.
borderline annoying when clarify what you're saying when someone
When
asks
the
you for
people
money.
steadily asking, you know what I'm saying, just over and over and over again. And I'm a giving type person.
Somebody might really be in need, and
Yeah, but
at
I'm
least
in
they're
need.
having
Hell,
something to
I just
offer
told you
you
I ain't
back.
worked in. I just told you I ain't worked in 5 years. I'm in need. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, but at least they're offering you something back, something for your
no, I'm
money,
not
something
saying
for
they've
your
necessarily.
buck.
Some of them not even offering that. I'm not saying that they're offering me. I don't want that though. If I want to buy that, I'm not. Who? Why would I? I probably wouldn't choose you. Okay, if I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna buy it from somebody I want to buy it. When that's Deshaun Watson, I'm not doing that. But if
And, and
I'm gonna pay it for somebody I want it from, and it's not gonna. You're probably not gonna be the one. And that's the point right there, Nikki. You just said the key thing right there. How you start is how you finish. That's what grandmama said, and that's the truth. If that's what you're leading with, that's where we are. And I mean, and indirectly or directly, you have established the rules, and that's where we're going with. So every time we do it, I'm not
So, do
gonna
you
call you
think
to that.
that applies in 2022?
Absolutely.
We have
Then you just
strippers winning now. They're becoming rap artists
well,
and getting husbands and everything.
okay,
They're
but
starting like that.
who defines winning? What is the definition? What's the
okay,
definition of winning?
I'm saying they're getting married. They're having
James,
families. I
James,
mean, it's
this is the
starting
funny,
different now. People are
James.
looking at that.
That
So
okay?
let me help you out,
People are looking at that. That okay? So you keep
James.
Yeah,
boy, she validating you left and right, my boy.
This I'm gonna tell you like
I know
this.
you did,
Yeah,
James.
she did that time. You
This,
did that time. I ain't gonna lie, cause it's what you call
I
winning.
mean, it is happening.
Happening
Whether
and
we
winning
admit
are
it
not the
or
same
not, it's
thing.
happening.
then I
Happening
ask you
and
a
winning are not
question.
the same thing. Go
I
ahead,
ask you a
Mark.
question. The women that you're saying they're winning, who are they dating? Are they dating other guys in the entertainment industry who will go along with that? because to the common
Yeah,
person, like
yeah.
that's the thing about it. You're still seeing small percentages date small percentages. The average stripper is not winning out there. That's what is those feet behind your head?
The baby.
Get
Oh
down.
Lord. Wow.
That-
Get down.
but anyway, majority of them are not winning. Like
Oh
we keep looking
Jesus.
at 10 people and we think that covers everybody. That is not. That's not true.
That's true.
But you gotta understand, in a certain industry, how many of those women are staying married? How many of those women getting divorced? How many of those women is good? They getting passed around. Like, come on, man, they not winning.
I don't know about that one.
That's an insecure dude. For real, Nicole.
You
But
think
listen,
so?
mama.
I don't know any guy that don't get me wrong. Where you looking at? Oh, she winning because she dating this rapper.
No, I'm saying they're getting married and they're having the families also. That's what I'm saying.
How many?
Go
How
to
many?
That's
Like how
happening.
many?
go
Like
to.
how many can you think of? Like out
I
of
don't know.
is
I
it like
don't know. I'm
100?
saying, but
I
it's
know you
Is it
don't
a
know.
happening.
thousand? Is it 4 or 5? I mean,
Yeah, you go to
I
the strip
don't know,
club.
but
You
it's
go to the strip
happening.
club. You go to the strip club. It's gonna be 100 women. You talking
So
about
you're
two
saying
women.
that, but you're saying that, oh, the same way it started is the way it's gonna finish. I don't know. The world is changing. That's why you got Instagram models now. People picking them up. Like people
And
don't
and
value
who they
people the way
dating?
that they used to.
But who are they dating? Those Instagram models are not dating regular guys. They're dating guys who are purchasing their time. So that is a small percentage of women that's dealing with a small percentage of men for entertainment purposes majority of the time. But that's not the vast majority. That's like it kills me because at the end of the day, we're taking a small percentage and thinking that's everybody. It's
she
just like
said in
James.
general.
It's just like we talk about the income stuff. Everybody, I'm in Atlanta, and everybody talk about everybody makes six figures. Still, only 1% of all blacks, a little bit over 1% of
You
blacks
said
make six
everybody
figures.
what?
Make
I
six
hear people
figures.
make six figures. It's still that only a
I
little
didn't
bit over
know it was
1%.
that shorter percentage that wasn't making six figures. To be honest with
It,
you, I
it's a
didn't
little
know
bit of
people were able to live off of you know, I don't know
and
what
Less
I've
than ten
read.
percent. Less
It's
than ten
weird.
percent of the people in America make less than $100,000, something like that.
yeah, it's
Less
only
than 10%.
9%. It's only 9% of
Yeah.
Americans that make it. And now, what the
I didn't
confusion
know
part
that.
is, the confusion part, people see a higher percentage will say household. Household can be multiple incomes in a household. So when you go to households, households make over 100. We're talking about
Absolutely.
individuals, then we break down individuals, and that's why my problem in dating is, especially with our black butts. We take that situation, we put that on our race who is socioeconomically behind, and we say, well, I want a man who makes six figures. Okay, of the 1.81 of the as of the 1.18% of blacks that make six figures, how many of them are your age group? How many are the height that you wanted? How many of them are the color that you wanted? How many of them in shape and X, Y, and Z?
Small
Our
number.
expectations are not realistic. They're not realistic. We need to start really talking about the numbers and kind of understand where we at in our life in this process, and maybe refocus it to be more accurate. We can have more accurate relationships.
Or just take more trips to Africa.
You got too much mouth for Africans. You gotta learn how to be quiet.
No, I don't. No, I
Listen,
do not. Trust me.
well, you ain't married to one right now for a reason.
Right now.
Right now, family ain't
Right
gonna like
now.
that. Family, you
All
gotta talk
right,
to the family.
Oh, the family loved me, but
Corey.
I just couldn't get down with that.
Corey.
Yeah,
Corey.
I'm listening.
The median household income in the United States for 2020 was $67,521. That's a household income.
Wow.
So you think about how many people you think that I heard a girl one time on Kevin Samuels. So she said she needed her man to make at least $250,000, and Kevin said, "Well, how many men do you think makes that?" She said,
But
"What
do
about
people
30?"
truly just make that amount? Because people have a lot of side hustles also. I'm pretty sure
A
it's a
few
lot of
people,
unreported
yeah,
income as well.
same thing you're just saying. No, no, well, yeah, no, it's not. Most people don't have the capacity to make side hustles and stuff like that.
So how do
Well,
people move like they're moving? That's my question. A
everybody
lot
don't
of
have
people move.
everybody don't have $1,500, $2,000 rent and all that kind of stuff. People live within their means.
People
That's what
got
it is.
multiple roommates. We
Yeah.
keep looking at America has over 330 million people, and we look at 100 people, and we say, oh, that's how people are moving. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not
But people, I guess people
in your
uh,
circle.
spend according to what they make. And so I'm just, I don't
No, they
know.
don't. People spend according to what they got. And then you got people who spend more than what they should be spending, especially when you start coming to credit and different things like that. They're in debt and everything because they're trying to portray an image. Because a lot of men are looking for affirmation from women, and a lot of men are doing a lot. They're most of the time in debt. They're doing a lot of different things to get that affirmation and to feel certified in your eyes. But most people can't afford. Like, put up this: the average lifestyle that's marketed on TV. Let's look at you look when they show a car, they don't show the base model. They show the premium side of their car. Because you really look at the cars will tell you, hey, the base model is, but what you're looking at is the premium model, right? They show
Hmm.
homes, lifestyles, everything else is based off of almost a income that people are looking at.
Hmm.
Why? Because it keeps you working harder. It keeps you working harder, it keeps you in debt, where people are able to make money off of you. That's why the things that are marketing like for the upper echelon of things is going to be the most premium part of that. They're not showing when Toyota shows their car, they're not showing the Corolla. They're gonna show their best entity. They're gonna show the Lexus commercial. They're gonna show everything else that's the highest bracket. Period. That's what we're advertising, but that's not how people are living.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is get, what you're saying is we should have these talks with mostly women to get women on board to start accepting men for who they
No,
are and come together.
no. I think just people in general need to be more realistic about their expectations. Because even though women, y'all, I love you that y'all are moving the way y'all moving, but you look at the numbers, there's still more black men that make six figures more than black women. You're the most educated right now. You're the most influential, but we still make more money. So let's not get it twisted on the narrative. But with that being said, even with men who make money, I still think we have a more realistic view of our approach and the women that we want to be with. 83% of black men, you can look it up, when they did a survey, I mean, they always take samples, but 83% of black men that they took the sample from that made six figures were married to black women. They were married to black women. When black women feel educated, they feel like they got to step outside their race. They feel like they only could date a man who makes this. Y'all limit yourselves in your expectations. My thing is, are you looking for love or are you looking for a business partner?
I'm looking for a business partner, to be honest with you. Love
Well,
will come
then,
secondary.
no, you'll just be a business partner. That's why if I was in that situation, we're gonna make money together, and I'm going
Yeah,
to smash the girl I love.
it, it's going to be more logical for me
Right.
because I want to leave something for my kids.
That's the
You
problem.
can't
That's the
hurt my
problem,
feelings in this.
James.
No,
That's the
you can't hurt
problem.
my
No, no,
feelings
no,
in
no.
this. You
Coy,
can't do any
you're
of
great.
that.
Coy, what you're saying, I have no problem with. This is a funny thing, James.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a person's a spiritual person, it talks about the man and the woman, how they love each other. Then through that, the kids are second to the man and woman's life. Black women are so misguided. They love their kids more than they love their spouse. They take their kids above their own husband, which you
Absolutely.
Not
understand
all
is
of them. Hold on. We know the
majority
order.
of them, the
We know the
majority, if you,
order.
well, act like you know the order. Because you'd rather
We
sacrifice that.
do.
You're about your kids, be about yourself. Because a better you is going to show your kids how to have a better love. You showing them money. I'm going to leave something for my kids. Leave an example of love and what it looks like. If you leave that example, that's going to be more riches in those kids' life than any amount of money that you live by. That's the richest thing that we're missing is real family dynamics and a man and kids looking at a man and a woman loving one another. That's not what we're
Why
looking
you
at these
can't
days.
have both of that, but you can build
You know what?
as
You
well.
focus. You focus on your
You can
money.
have all of that.
You
But
plant the
love will
seed of
come
money.
secondary for me.
When you look at
Definitely.
the, how
If
about this?
I if I find the person that I can build with and we match up well, we can you can grow to love somebody. You
Mm.
can. That is possible. You don't believe
No,
that.
you
Oh
know
well, you're
what?
more emotional than what I thought then, Mark.
No, I just don't lie to myself like most women can. Like I don't. Like
Let's ask the audience that question because we're going to get off here and get about 10 or 15 more minutes. We're going. Do you women and men? do you feel like would love come first, or would the building a love, which comes first, love or legacy? Love or legacy? That's asking for Corey. She wants to leave a legacy and says love will come. You'll grow to love. She'd rather have a business partner first. Everybody else in the chat though, does love come first? Which one? I'm gonna put it on the chat right quick.
Because love is a
Love
fairy tale to most people when
to
they think
most
about a
people.
relationship and then put love in there and they're like, oh, I want to be in love. I want to feel. It's all about emotion. I want to feel this. I want to feel that. Being with you, for me, it has to make sense. If I'm going to be with you, it's got to make sense.
I got you. Let's see what the people say. Which one?
And I love you
Uh,
too, Core.
I'm not marrying anyone I don't love. That relationship is doomed. Okay, but I love you though, Coy. Nicole said love for me. Courtney said love don't pay the bill. So Courtney, do you agree with Coy?
Love does not pay the
You
bills.
saying love is secondary? Laden period. Legacy combined. But which one is first though? You can't take both of them. It ain't A and B on this one. You got to go all the above. Which one? Which one's first? We're leading with. Are we leading with love, or are we leading with legacy? My little brother Lamar, what's up, Hawk? He said love for him. Uh,
And
Nikki
Nikki,
said love.
the money
Love will
gonna be
keep it.
there
Love will
if you
keep me
plan
there.
right.
Okay, but if it's gone, she's saying love will keep me when the money is gone. Um, Sammy Smith said, I used to feel love comes first, but respect is greater for me now. So it's not a legacy. So Layden says she wants a legacy before the love. Okay, so that's that. We got it.
That's
We got it.
logical thinking, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's your logic. You know what I'm saying? Like now you can't use the word some in some instances, and then and the next time say like you said say some women think this way. Now you say that all think or logical one way is logical. Now it's not. We gotta
I
can't
didn't
mix.
say one way is logical. That is absolutely logical thinking.
I mean, to me, I think I'm leading with love. It's got to be love for me
Okay, that's
first.
emotional
Yeah.
thinking.
Well.
So the thing
Okay.
is, if logic can create it be calculated, it can be you can put an equation and it makes sense, and therefore, if it's that, then it's methodical. If it's methodical, then it's not genuine because love. I'm gonna tell you like this: love happens by chance. Staying in love happens by choice. And when we come in these situations, if you're using logic, I can provide a logical situation, but it doesn't mean I'm ever going to love you. Because I can love money more than you, and we can make money, and I'll never love you. But like I told you before, if I can purchase you and you give me the financial means where I can fuck the woman I love, I'll do it. You see, it happens all the time.
Wow. Repeat that again. I missed part. You said what now? Say that one more time.
I said, if I can make enough money with her to have financial means and advantages, it gives me the advantage to have sex with the woman I love, I'm going to do it.
Well, I'm past the money part. I just money having money and
You cheated
creating
on me.
wealth is two different things,
You
you know.
cheated me with love when you replaced it with money. So therefore, if you replace it with money, I'm going to find my love. I'm not going to go without my need of love. You replaced it with logic and money. That's cool, but I'm going to find my love regardless.
That's a good point, man. I don't, yeah, because I don't know, man. I think to feel. I mean, there was a author that said that that we're incomplete like until we get a certain aspect. You know what I'm saying? To occur certain couple of aspects of our lives to make us like if we stuck on 98 or 99, it's something that fulfills us, right? Whether it be a faith or a partner or whatever it is love. And I think love is one of those things that kind of complete because I've been broke with somebody before and we made it through it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
love was your foundation.
It was
That's what you're saying.
and that's the thing. That's the foundation I want because love
That's
don't
what
have
you're
a price
saying.
tag on it. You know what I'm saying? It
I
don't.
think
James,
with love being a foundation, like I think somebody posted something in the group today. But for me, with love being the foundation of that relationship, I and that's all you have. I think it's easier to walk away because especially if somebody steps out on you, because you're just standing on love. That's all you got. So you
Mm,
equate love to sexual fulfillment, and when they do that with someone, you say, "Oh, they don't love me," so I'm out because that's all you have to stand on. But when you have when you have assets or when you have wealth and love, I think that it makes more sense to stay together if something like that happens because it's going to be hard to split it up. So you work harder to keep that together.
So you have to have financial obligations that keeps you there. That's cool.
Hmm. And,
Like I
and, and,
said,
and, and like I sent
James,
Jane something earlier, it happens more in different cultures than it does in our culture because
how you know so much
the
about that
majority of
other people?
us, hold on, I'm saying as far as working things out, the majority of us, we, even if we have something built, where, what did you call it earlier, James? We're brainwashed, or what is the term you use?
Program
We're programmed, something you said.
in the
But
group.
to, yes, to just let it go, they just let it go and forget about everything else. And then we go down the road, 10 years down the road, we start over with someone else and it happens again. So we've let go of everything that we build together because we've equated love to something that's really not about love. But James has a clip that I wanted to share tonight.
Which one you want me to play for you, Corey?
The court.
The court. I hope. Yeah, that's. I hope that sounds is okay. Let me pull it up right quick. Hold on. I am almost there.
Courtney said women have a natural instinct to love, but we want security as well.
Hmm?
All right, here
What
it
was
is,
that?
y'all. Hold on. I'm about to hit it. Hit the
Okay.
share button right now. Share screen. Chrome tab. Facebook.
Hey,
Where?
Corey, did you see that? Did you see that comment?
Hold on. Why is this not? Okay, there we go. Can y'all see it?
Create the
Yeah.
foundation. That
Oh, I gotta get some volume on.
depends on what your
Let me
emotion.
start.
Yes,
Here,
it
I'm gonna
is
start over.
rewarded
There we
emotion.
go. Here it is.
I mean, you don't so. She went to the woman's house.
Hold on. That was it, right? All right.
I don't know if
Hold on,
y'all could
hold on,
hear
hold
that.
on, hold on, hold
Yeah,
on. Do you know why they were doing awesome at their house during that time? James, do you know why that she felt like their relationship was in the best
why is that?
situation? Because that man was getting that 20% that he needed taken care of. It was. Because he knows that as a wife, when they become a mother, most of them, they ain't having sex like that
Slow
anymore.
down. Slow down, Mark. I think you missed something.
No, no.
So, no, his
That was
wife is
giving
saying
them
that
that
their
aspect.
marriage is better now after the affair. Before the affair, she had to go to that. She during the affair, she didn't give up on her husband. She actually went to that woman's house and got her husband out of the house, out of the bed, and brought him back to the house. She didn't say, "Okay, well, you over there with that woman, I'm gonna let you stay over there." Now, what she's saying is now after the affair, their marriage is better.
It
They're
is.
working on their marriage. It's better than what it was.
Because she got back on board. She realized she had to be a wife than being a mother.
Mhm.
You still got to be a wife. You got to
Good point.
wake up and get do that thing. Anyway,
Katrina said love has to be the foundation. God is love, and He should be the foundation. It depends on what your definition of love is. Love is more than an emotion, it's a noun, a verb, and an adverb. Okay, I see that. I see that. I see that. And Corey was making a point. She's just saying that just because somebody cheats is not necessarily a reason to divorce or just necessarily a reason to leave. Even after those people cheated, they were resilient enough. That woman, in other words, that woman wasn't gonna let her husband go. But she's saying a lot of women, first time their husband cheats on them, that their only option or their first option is to break up or to let that thing go. Mark, you raise your hand. What's up, man?
I just want to address Courtney's comment. If you
Which
can
one?
highlight
Women
it,
have a
it
natural
says,
instinct.
yeah, women have a natural instinct to love, but we want security as well. Can I just address in a modern time that we live in? Don't y'all work and have jobs? It's funny. What I mean by that is, I meet so many women that are financially stable. Let's say I make 200, and she makes 200. When I make 200,000 a year, I'll date any girl I want to date, how I want to date them. When a woman makes $200,000, she's still looking for somebody to take care of her. No, act like you make money now. Date who's the
Well,
best
maybe
suited
we
for you.
want somebody to take care of us, but not financially. I think you're
That's
thinking
not what
about
She
y'all
a
said
talking about.
monetary
security.
thing.
She
Well,
just
what
said,
is her definition of security? Because
let her
people
answer.
say something about being faithful. That may not necessarily have anything to do with sex. What is her definition of security?
She
But the
said
other woman
earlier, we
said,
want we
love,
want
love ain't
love.
gonna pay the bills. The other girl said, love ain't gonna pay the bills.
And Courtney said
Why,
earlier, we want love, but if a person can't be a provider, then we're going to be stressed. And I
why
think
can't
What
y'all
does
act
a
providing
like?
provider
Why can't
mean,
y'all act like
though?
y'all? Why can't y'all act like y'all have jobs
providing for the
and function
bills.
like y'all have jobs? What you working
I don't
for?
know because I want a provider also, but it has nothing to do with finances. I
Okay, let's
want you
ask
to
her. She's on the
provide
she's
me
she's
with,
still on here. Courtney, what do you mean when you say provider? Are you talking about provide monetarily to make sure the bills are being paid? Or are you talking about provide emotional support? That because I
yeah,
don't.
emotional support.
I was always being
Even with the
facetious when I asked you a
security thing,
question.
that's not, I don't, well, for me, that's not financial
You keep
security.
equating yourself to
Yeah,
everybody
that's
else.
that's the problem,
But
Corey. You
no, no,
keep talking about
no. They
you.
made me,
Nobody
they
dating you.
made, we have
Nobody
to
dating you.
understand, huh?
Nobody's dating you. Talk about you. Do you not sit in a room
How
full
you
of
gonna
women?
say nobody's dating me, Mark?
No,
Haven't
you
we
missed the
had this
point. That one,
conversation
he talking
before?
about the people in this conversation
Like,
in what we're
like
talking about tonight.
or do
He's not
you
talking
sit
about
with
specifically.
you
He's not
sit
talking
with
about.
with 20 women and you feel like you identify with all 20 women? No, sometimes you sitting there like, well, I'm not like them or whatever. We're talking about the majority. If you look at the majority of people are not in that situation where you're talking from, especially
Courtney just
financially.
she just answered
Okay,
it.
so
She
she's
said,
saying both emotionally and financially.
yeah.
I think I mean James and I had this conversation before. I
I'm
think
tired of
when
y'all
a
broke
woman
women.
talks about financial security when it comes to a man, I don't think she's nothing against you, Courtney, but I don't think she's comfortable. And we've had this discussion before, James, privately. I just don't think she's comfortable. When I say she's uncomfortable, I mean she's uncomfortable with her own finances. So she's not where she needs to be financially. And that's why she needs that from that mate. And I think, I don't think you have to be at your goal, but be comfortable so that you can see other things in the mate that you desire, and you can want other things in that mate that you may need.
So can I ask you this, Corey? If you're
Hmm.
not financially comfortable and you keep saying, I need a man who make this and this, maybe you should take this frame of mind, understand what the man who make money, what he needs. It ain't about you no more because you need what he got. So once you start understanding what he needs, less about what you need because he got that. So
Right.
you probably focus on what this man who got money needs. Just being honest, because you're not in demand. You're broke or you're not there. He's there. He
Right.
doesn't need you. Yo, James, it's funny. I read this. I heard this comedian. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. This comedian said you can meet a man who's a millionaire and has all the money in the world, and you can meet a broke woman who will come up to tell him still what he need to do to get his life together.
Yeah, I've seen it.
They still tell him how
That
he
a
not this and
comedian
not
said
that.
that. A
Yeah,
comedian
but it's the
said
truth.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
comedians.
that's a yes or no question. A comedian said that.
Yes, they are the
Okay.
reflectors of life. I mean, it's still they say real stuff. That's what a comedian does. Like they say real things to make people
Dave
laugh, but
Chappelle.
Hmm.
that's what people do, and that's what a lot of women do. A lot of women not even in the position that these men are in, and still won't have the nerve to critique. How you know how many women don't have cars and want a man to have a Range Rover? Get out of here, man.
I think
Sick
that
of it.
we have to start. I'm gonna just tell you from my perspective what I did, and this was early on when I
Ah,
first got into corporate America. I looked at the man, and I didn't critique a man. I saw what he was doing, and I mimicked it. I'm like, he doing that. I think I can do that. So I learned from him, and I decided to do it myself in order to become him. But I'm still myself. Does that make sense? Because you see a lot of these men in corporate America, especially in pharmaceutical sales, and they're up at the top of the list. So I got with one guy that was top in the company, and
Mhm.
I exceeded above all the men in the company. But, I know we ain't talking about that part, but of course, I still wasn't treated like the male. I had two strikes against me. I was female and I was black. So those were the two strikes, but I was still the one at the top of the sales bringing in all the money. But I never critiqued the male. I just wanted to be like him and do what he was doing. So I followed him and I mimicked him and I learned from him. So I'm not just seeing from my perspective. I think it's other women that's like that. That's why some women are very successful at what they do as well. So it's not all of us are going to critique a male and say or tell him what he needs to be doing. Maybe we're going to learn from him as well.
That'd be great. Courtney said, "No, I make over six figures, so why wouldn't I want someone in the same tax bracket?" And that's the point Mark said earlier. He said, "A man."
Well,
Hold on, I was in the
I
middle. Hold
think
on,
when you're
go ahead.
go ahead.
She gonna let you
No, you go
talk.
right ahead. You go ahead. I wait.
Courtney, I think when you're okay, there's a huge difference in six figures. Also, let's get that out there. There's a low six figures, there's a high six figures as well. But I think if you become comfortable financially, your mindset just goes to a different place as far as what you need from the man. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer your question.
She makes 101,000.
That's what over
I'm
six
just
figures.
saying.
That's what over six figures mean. I make over 101,000.
That's what
But
that's
she
what she's saying. It's a different
Right,
type.
there's a lower six figures. There's a high. I
but
mean,
she didn't
six
say
figures
that. No, the thing
is
is, we
very
didn't say
high.
over. We didn't say over 999,000. We said over six figures. So that means you make over 100,000.
James, I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you what
that's
making well, I'm gonna tell you what making over six figures is. When your take home is six figures, then you really made six figures.
that's a good
There's
point
a
because you
difference
really
when you generate six figures, but you don't take it home.
It's a total difference.
yeah. But either way, if a man does make that, a man can, like you said, Courtney, you said you want somebody in the same tax bracket. Mark said we can see somebody at Popeyes, and if she fine and she brings me peace and willing to give me a piece, then we probably can hook up and build a legacy
And
together.
build,
Yeah,
I mean, and some
yeah,
people,
I
and
take a
our
good heart.
men, they have it harder, so they may not have the same opportunity that we get. We may have the body, the
well,
face, and everything to get us up on that help us climb that ladder. So I'm not going to limit myself just because you're not making six figures or seven figures or whatever. I'm not going to do that. But if I can sit down with you and have a conversation, that's what's most important for me because I know that we can go some places.
Now,
gotcha.
I come back and I take back what I said. Now I see why the intellectual part is more needed than everything else because you're stable. You're stable, so you got to have more than money to deal with a woman like you. It has to be that part. See, with old girl, with Courtney, she need that money.
And you know what? Unfortunately, Corey,
Hmm.
unfortunately, and really, let me say this: it's okay. You might not relate to some of the women we're talking about, and if you don't relate, we good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you know what I'm saying, you just don't relate to that woman, and so you can't if you can't
But we're
relate to
trying to
this.
get people to understand that they may not need what they think they need.
No, we ain't.
Courtney don't need no
No,
money.
no, no, no. Time out. Time out. Time out. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. We're not trying to make people understand anything. We just having a conversation. Whatever they get out of the conversation, what they get out of the conversation.
Gotcha.
That's all that is. I mean, it's not everything's not form and function. We just talking. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody listens, everybody, you know how everybody can read something and get a totally different message out of it. We're just
Hmm.
trying to have some stimulating conversation. And if they see something in it that helps them, fine. If they don't see anything that helps them, then because like I said, all shoes, interestingly, are not one size fits all. Everybody has their own size. You know what I'm saying? And you go to the
Yeah.
size that fits. And if the stuff that we're talking about is non applicable, you know, because a lot of the time y'all been talking tonight, I've been quiet as a church mouse because I can't relate. So if I don't relate, I'm not going to say nothing about it. It just is what it is. And if some people and if I don't understand, rather
Bozo is
than
so
take
silly.
hold on, rather than get taking a position against it, I'm going to try to get further understanding and what's going on. I'm not going
Hmm.
to say what's not happening when I know it is happening. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
just don't relate to it. I can't relate to going
Right, right.
into a
Okay, well,
hotel and trying.
I'm gonna start saying the same thing because I can't relate to somebody
Yeah,
that
that's okay. And then that way
I can't. I mean,
you won't be as
logically, I can't even
confused.
think about saying,
Yeah.
well, I need some finances for somebody when I
Yeah. That's
have
okay.
finances. Like
and that
that's
is
we. I
absolutely
mean,
okay.
that's strange. Yeah, I
That is
can't relate to
absolutely
that.
that is absolutely okay. You know, you're a woman of means, and you know you've made some. Hell, you don't even celebrate your birthday. Everybody on here probably celebrate your birthday except for you. You're the only one that say you celebrate your parents, and that's okay. But anybody calling you crazy or weird for doing, you know what I'm saying, or anything of the sort for
Hmm.
doing that. We just different, and that's the main thing. And I'm with Bolo. Let's go out on a date. I'm gonna buy you a four. Well, I don't even eat Wendy's, so I'm not gonna buy you a four for four. But we we can figure it out. What'd you say, Corey? 'Cause we about to go. I'm my head hurting. It's been a long day today. Y'all. My head has started hurting tonight for some reason. It says, I guess I ain't going to have a good woman because I stay broke. I'm the same way. I'm under two figures. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm under two figures,
That's
and
a
I'll
state
never
of
get married.
mind, though. Being broke is a state of
I'm
mind.
being
Being rich is
facetious.
a
I'm
state of
being
mind.
facetious as I want to be. But if that's gonna keep stress off me and keep people from asking me something, I'm broke. I'm done, and I'm cool with
Hey,
that.
see what Katrina said? Some women
What's that?
requirements give me prostitute. I just said that earlier.
You see,
Katrina
and Katrina
Brown
just
came.
came on. It's the truth. It's the
Y'all,
truth.
y'all don't.
If I could ever
James,
get Katrina, if I could ever get Katrina on here, bro, I promise you, Katrina.
Ja-
But I'm
James,
saying that one right there, you would love talking to her, Mark. I mean,
James,
for real.
James. You know me. You know I'm not like, but you know I'm not faking with a lifestyle. You know that, right?
No, I saw it myself.
Listen, 90% of my dating experience is broke ass women who look good and they smash dudes who make money, but they are broke, and it's a trash ass experience. I get cheaper women in the Dominican Republic. This is overpriced here.
Wow.
You ain't
So
lying. I have friends that go to
this is
DR just
Wow.
for that.
this is
On
trash.
that note, yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
I understand. But that's I get it though, man. 'Cause like I said, I've been single for a few years now. That's what they're leading with, man. It's
Listen,
it's
I'm gonna tell you
it's
right now.
annoying.
You're broke, but you want to date a dude like me who make money, whatever. If you broke, bring your friend. You and your friend.
Oh wow.
Just tell me. I mean, a
Y'all,
one-on-one trash.
You need to cut it out, Marcus.
yeah, we about to yeah, y'all done whoop me tonight. Y'all listen. Everybody came in and listened tonight. I appreciate y'all. I forgot to even put my little piano on there to stay on the path to battle. Let me do that right quick before we get out of here. Mark, I appreciate you for stopping through tonight. We had a little conversation, talked about Deshaun Watson. Everybody had the same consensus for the moment. Well, no, it was a decent little conversation. Decent conversation. But at the end of the day, he only got 6 games. I'm glad. I thought he was gonna get a year. He didn't. 6 games. We're good. Stay away from the chicken heads. That's what D. Carlos Tucker said.
Hey,
Happy birthday, D. Carlos Tucker. Coy, I appreciate you as always. Who giving you pimp vibes? Yeah, you so stupid. But no, I love y'all for real. Everybody that's in Stu Nation, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna do better. I promise you all. I was tired tonight because, like I said, I work 10 hours a day,
Not
9
and
or
some
whatever.
ice cream.
I'm tired. So next
hey,
week I'll be better. And next week we start our Tuesday night show too, and I'm looking forward to that. What were you gonna say, Mark?
hey, James. I just asked everybody who following this podcast to go and look up the biggest regrets for millionaires on their deathbed. Every millionaire that grow, huh?
Biggest regret for millionaire on their death. The biggest regret for millionaire
Yeah,
on their
and
deathbed.
yes, and everything they regret, you can't buy. Just know that.
But that's a good point to get on to end on. Corey, you got anything before we leave?
Yeah, join us every Monday night, 9, 8 Central, every Monday night.
And we're gonna keep talking. Like I said, y'all forgive me. Bolo say he out, y'all. I was tired tonight. I'm going there and go to bed. I promise you after I eat.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Love y'all. The world is changing. Why do you remain the same? That's what I was supposed to say, right? The world is changing. Why do you remain the same? I'm out. Holla at y'all.
All right, good night.